Oh man, you see the title. What's going on, everybody? This title actually came inspired by watching a Roger report. Shout out and long live the habitual line steppers. And BGS popped on. Long live BGS because he's always still the master teacher. He's always the great one. So, laughing about, you know, the black men and women coming to the table to talk. And who's actually ready? Like, who's ready? Like, we had all this talk about what was going to go on in society and the era of the gender war. Now we're at a point where people, for pandemic reasons, you might have to just come to the table and talk to the opposite sex and, get together, make a deal, act like you know each other. And now you see people kind of nervous. You're nervous, baby. You're nervous, you heard me? See, everybody's not as ready as they want. Some people wanted to just argue the whole time. Even with coming back to the table. You might come back to the table and be a mime. You don't say anything. You just can't. You have nothing to talk about. You don't know what to talk about when you come to the table. You might come to the table with all of your past complaints, and it might wind up blowing coming to the table because you're going to run the person off with, yeah, another thing, and the reason I got to come back to the table is because all this stuff that happening in my life is in shambles, and why I got to be around you? I don't like you. I never liked you, but I got to come to this table because my life sucks right now, and I don't want you to be. You know what? I wish you would just leave the table. Oh, it's going to be people like that. You better believe it's going to be people like this. Oh, excuse me. Then you got people playing around who, they don't know how to talk in the first place. So coming to the table is going to be they've actual first experience actually communicating with the opposite sex. I shouldn't say first experience, but I'm exaggerating with saying that. But this is going to be a major experience that they going to realize at the table they don't know how to communicate. You don't know how to talk. You don't know how to listen. So who's ready? Who's really ready? Who's ready to accept the deal that they're probably offered or the deal that they're probably worth? A lot of this overvaluing your relevance in a relationship. Once you get to the table, you might not be as valuable as you think. And can you handle that? So who's ready to come to the table? Who? Who's ready to say, you know what? Who's ready to say I was wrong? Ho, 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 ho. That might be asking too much. Because some person we can't have this conversation unless you say you sorry and you're wrong. That might be beyond some people. Some people probably can't do that. Some people might come to the table and have complete amnesia. I never did nothing to nobody. I don't know what you were talking about. That wasn't me. I never said that. I never did that. Not me. Is that you got it on tape? Who is that? They look like me, sound like me. I remember being there on that day. Wasn't me though. Yeah, I said my name. Yeah, that's my social security number. Yeah, I don't know how they got my personal information like that. That wasn't me though. So, who's ready to come to the table? See, some of y'all don't really want to admit you're not ready, you're not going to be ready, and you don't want to get ready. And for the people who are ready, who's ready to come to the table and you make a deal? Who's ready to deal with the people who not ready to come to the table trying to mess up you coming to the table? Because there's going to be some people who work it out, make a deal, and they move on. And they're going to have some people that they know that don't make a deal and don't move on. Why you gonna do that? Why you doing this? Why you going back? Man, look, we need to do what we used to do when we wasn't at the table. You know what I'm saying? You seem to be going in a positive direction with this. I don't appreciate that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So won't I mess it up because until I realize that I need to come to the table and know how to come to the table. If I mess yours up, then we could be back, doing what we was doing before we had to come to the table. So we're gonna find out. We're going to find out in real life, and some people ain't going to be honest about it. But let's find out. It's coming. Peace.